end of this week coming up to Alaska and stuff like that. So, yeah, you sounded good over it. I can hear whoever it was that was running the net, but not very well. Half the other guys I can't even hear. But yeah, but anyhow, thanks for doing what you're doing. I thought I better crank this thing up and turn it on and see if you could hear me. 432, I think the cable that hooked it and took the back up, so I'll be on the air. If I'm around Thursday, I'll be on the air. And thanks for doing what you're doing. And have fun out there cooking. And about mid-70s to high 70s here today. To 60s at night, so it hasn't really been hot. But I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow for the day. Enjoy the weather. Thanks for doing what you're doing there, Mike. WA6TED Bozo Net down here in Carlsbad.
Check. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Good evening, Aaron. K6USY, KM6SR. Sounding good.
Perfect. Put down 1079 and 1100, and I'm going to go do yard work.
All right, got you covered. Have fun.
Oh, you know it. K6USY.
You have fun out there. KJ6TYO.
Yeah, at least the backyard's in shade now, so it's a lot better than it was a couple hours ago. K6USY.
Good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Ron. How you doing there? I heard you checking in on the net as a visitor.
Yes, sirree. Yep. We try to make it to some of these nets.
That's good. We like to have you in there, so good to hear you there. And, yep, it's going to get hot, but I think we got a little bit of a delay here. Monday and Tuesday is supposed to be sort of reasonable, and then after that, look out.
Yeah, maybe I'll forget about it, and I'll just wonder why. Wow, I'm hotter today. I wonder why. And I won't look at the temperature.
Yep. How was your vacation over there at the coast?
That was nice. That was real nice. I'd get some radio time in the morning and sometimes in the afternoon or evening, and got to go to some old truck show and a pickup show and even a ham radio swap meet over there.
Oh, that sounds cool. Where was the swap meet?
Oh, gee, right there in Grover Beach, Grover City there. Just a whole 10 minutes away. Not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes away.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know they had that much activity over there on the coast, so that's a good thing there. Is that an annual thing they do?
Yeah, you know, I started going to it. They had it at Santa Maria, Elks Lodge, and then I think they've kind of moved it the last few years. So it's at a church just right off of Grand Avenue.
Oh, yeah, I know Grand Avenue. That's where I think it was Doc Severin's Ice Cream or whatever it used to be.
Yeah, and it's not even that far up. It's before Highway 1, so you really don't have to go that far up. So, yeah, it's a nice little turnout, a lot of interesting things, and guys are real nice and friendly.
Well, did you break down and get some goodies?
No, I did not. They had quite a few different things. Some good quality brand new stuff and some old vintage stuff. So there's plenty of stuff to get. But yeah, I slapped my hand and said I don't need any more.
Well, you're doing good. You had restraint, I guess you want to call it. So that's good. That's sometimes very hard to do. And you say you went to a truck show. Was that like in Cayucas, someplace?
So there was the antique like diesel truck. So the big rigs were there, and they had their show in Pismo, but Price Canyon Road. So it was up the hill, kind of in a canyon out on somebody's cattle ranch. And yeah, some of the old trucks I drove was a 54 Peterbilt, 73 Peterbilt, the old cab overs, conventional. So there were some of those old trucks there. And then the week after that in Avila, they had the Chevrolet C10 pickup. So all years, and yeah, they had all kinds. I think they said 1,500 entries.
Holy cow, that was a lot. Well, you picked an excellent time to take a vacation. You got some good stuff in there.
Yep, sure did. Got plenty of activities to do over there. So, yep, fun.
Yeah, I think up that Fives Road out of Pismo or Grand or Grover City, something like that. There's a winery up there that's a pretty new one. It's a good place to go to.
Yeah, there's quite a few around that area. Hi there.
Growing in popularity over there. It used to be all only in Paso Robles, but they're kind of spread.
Yep. All right. I think the net controller, our leader, is now on the air. So I will take a standby and let him get started with net. KJ6TYO 1009, checking in and standing by.
Okay, good evening, Ron. Good to hear you. Thanks for holding the fort while I was finishing dinner here. Good evening, KJ6TYO 1009, and I think I heard, is that Robin here and Aaron?
QSL, Mike, KM6SR, number 432. Aaron checked in with me, and he's out doing his weekly chores as yard duty. Now the sun's gone down a little bit, so check him in.
I got him checked in. Thank you. Got him. And it was a pretty good evening last night. We had a little fun there last night on the three upper bands. Wasn't too shabby. I wish the Bay Area had participated a little better, but that's the way they are. They never do very well in the contest, all things considered. We always work a bunch of Bay Area people that never get on otherwise. The regulars are just, I guess, burned out. I don't know. Wait, I'm pointed south looking for KB6RQU or N6SWR. Are you guys around? I don't hear anybody at the moment. How about you, Rob? Have you been hearing the LA guys?
Not right now, but earlier I heard number 10. I forgot what, let's see, Ted, WA6TED.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's, when he points up to check into the net, he has a pretty good signal up this way. He's got a great station. Okay. Did he check in with you, or did you just hear him?
I just heard him. I hadn't got the amp on yet, so I didn't go after him.
Okay, well, maybe he'll say hello before it's over here. All right. And let's see, who else do we have? We got Ron. I guess KE6VON, I never did connect with him in terms of taking anything down there, but nothing that I have is terribly crucial right now. We're not doing a lot of chainsawing, although I do want to get them running better than they are. And I got a lawnmower to take down, but maybe I can get Matt to do that this week. Things are starting to ease off a little bit. Well, I may let it go until after the 11th. Anyway, not a whole lot happened in the last little while here today. News is continuing.
6AJ727.
There he is. Hi, Mike. How are you doing? And thanks for joining us in the group last night on various bands. Over.
Roger. Good evening, Mikey, and good evening, Rob.
Good evening, Mike. Good to hear you there.
So who was the high scorer last night?
Oh, I don't know if we were even keeping score. I I wrote the grids down that I worked. I worked 7 grids on 222, 7 stations, I guess, and 7 grids. So we did pretty good, all things considered, on 222. I would have been happier to work more people, but it wasn't bad. 432 was the biggest disappointment. The whole Bay Area was missing, and most of everybody else is as far as that goes. I worked 3 times more people during a net than I did Saturday night. So it was a dismal failure on 432 from the standpoint of well, we had fun anyway. I mean, it's not that we didn't have fun. It wasn't a failure, but we just didn't get the volume on 432 that we expected.
Roger. Yeah, I think I overheard Aaron say he had 3,400 points at a certain point. I can't remember.
Yeah, well, that was all from 7 contacts. I think Aaron only had 7 contacts.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I think he had more than 7. Maybe I got that wrong. I don't remember, but anyway, yeah, he had a pretty good score, all things considered. Anyway, I don't think we worked anybody unusual on a couple of the stations that I was hoping to get. Charlie Mike 88, I worked on 432 just a couple of days earlier, and he said he would be in there, but I never heard him, and I can't remember who it was now. Somebody that we don't hear very often up in Charlie Mike 88, but that he was a good compy, and he would have been a good extra grid for us. I never did work a single Charlie Mike 87. I don't think I got Charlie Mike 87 on any band, which was weird.
Yeah, I couldn't hear Nevada at all on 1296.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, there was only one station on, really, Daniel. And I'm surprised he had a pretty good signal on 430. Well, he didn't have a good signal anywhere. Truthfully, it was way down from Daniel's normal signal. 432 and 1296 was just barely marginal.
Yeah, I caught him a couple of times faint when he was talking to somebody else, but there's no way I would have been able to get him.
Yeah. We did have DMO5 on. John was on, and of course KB6RQU got on at 432 at the end on 432, so I don't know if you worked him or not.
No, I might have left a little before that. I did work N6RO, so that was good.
Yeah, he did not get on 220. He had his equipment was tied up with the HF contest they were running, so he could not get on 222. He's going to have to fix that and just come up with a simpler setup for 222. He's got too much of that stuff integrated into his HF contest station. Anyway, who else do we have here this evening on 2 meters? 2 meter Bozo Net, K6MYC, looking up and down the San Joaquin Valley, taking check-ins from anybody that's hearing me. Over.
KK6ZKE 704.
Okay, I heard two of you. Good copy from you, Terry. Good evening. KK6ZKE, K6MYC 704, and we did not hear you, of course, in the contest, but you don't have those bands, I guess. But hopefully you had a good weekend. Over.
Yeah, I had a good weekend. I actually do have a 991 Yaesu, but the antenna's sitting in the garage next to the Corvette, sort of like a Biden thing.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't radiate real well when it's laying in the corner.
Roger that.
What's it going to take to get it up?
Oh, some oomph, I guess. I don't know. I just don't have it in me to go back out there and start doing that stuff again. It all needs to be changed, all my antennas.
Yeah, well, right now, what do you have them on, a little mast?
Yeah, I bought some of those plastic tent poles, and I put it up, and it's really a corny rig. But it gets it up a little ways, but not nearly high enough.
Yeah, well, do you have any plans for like a 35-foot tower or something?
No, it's a little out of my league right now. I actually have a tower, but to install it, it would cost some bucks.
Well, it doesn't take anything to install a tower. Right, piece of road 25, you just mount it on a. You don't have to have anything. You can actually there's a pad that you can buy that just you drive it in the ground with a hammer, and the base sits on the ground. It doesn't take any more than that. And I just bolted mine to the eaves, and I had it up 35 feet or 40 feet, 38 feet, 4 sections. Went to about 38 feet. The top section's a couple feet short of 10 feet. So that's what I did. No guys, no nothing, but it holds a lot of stuff, and I just I just bolted it to the eaves. So it's pretty straightforward and doesn't cost anything to get it. There's nothing to do to put it up as far as groundwork or anything.
What was that antenna mast again?
Just a piece of road 45, a road 25, tower section. This is a tower section. It'll hold a nice little rotator in it, and it also comes. You can buy the base for it. That the base has just got the 4 little pegs or 3 little pegs for the tower that plug into it, and it's a flat steel plate. And on the bottom of it, there's a kind of an angle bracket that's about a foot long, and you just and a welded steel plate over the top of it. So it's double thick right there, and you just hammer the thing in the ground. That's it. That's all there is to it. Nothing to it.
Well, I'll have to look into that. That sounds like a good idea. Whenever the time or actually body effort will allow me to do it.
Yeah, I got to look and see, but I may have some Roan 25 here if you're interested, and we'll do it. This tower can go real inexpensive if you want it. But let me see what I've got now. It's been so long since I looked at my pile. I got piles of bigger towers. I got 160 feet of Tri-X T20, which is like Roan 45. I got 160 feet of that here in the yard, but I just don't know what I've got left in terms of Roan 25. I'll take a look. I think the last piece I had, I sold a couple of lengths of it to a guy that never paid me, that worked for the propane company, and he was going to put up a flag out on at 20 feet or something, and I sold him a piece of it, but I haven't looked at what I've got there for inventory since then. let me check it and ask me the next time we talk here, and I'll make you a decent price, $100 or something.
Sounds good, Mike. Yeah, thank you.
Bozo 831 out here in the high desert, looking out towards the west, out into the San Joaquin Valley. Anybody want to check in on Southern California Bozo Net? It's Bozo 661 Sierra, Bozo 831, high desert. Hello.
I don't know if you're pointing up this way, John, but you're getting pretty loud. KG6USS, K6MYC, Bozo 47.
Well, good evening, Mike. Yeah, I am pointed your way, obviously. I heard you talking there. I hope there's others out there that can check in on the Southern California side here. That'd be awesome. Anybody want to check in on Southern California Bozo Net, Bozo 831 here in the high desert? Come on.
Okay, we got your 831. Let me shoot it over to Rob, and I'm not sure who else is. Oh, I got Mike in here also. WA6AAJ that can give you a number. Go ahead, Rob.
Good evening, John. KG6USS, Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, number 432. Good to hear you there. You're nice and loud tonight.
Very good, Rob. Yeah, I got you in here loud and clear, too. Yeah, I don't know. Conditions are a little bit better tonight, and that's good. So I'm glad to hear from you guys up there. A lot better than normal.
Go ahead, Mike.
WA6AAJ, you want to give him a call down there in the high desert? Where did Mike go?
I guess he's in and out tonight.
Don't you love it when somebody is there and then they're gone?
Well, yeah, we're having light check-ins in the early going here on 2 meters lately. All the bands have been a little bit light at the beginning, and then it builds to a crescendo at the evening, in the evening, or later. So the only thing I can suggest to you is don't look up this way until about 7:45. We might have a few more in here. Anyway, good evening to you, John. And we were on Saturday night for the contest, the 222 and up contest with Aid Valorel. And we had quite a bit of fun. We had a lot of contacts on all three bands that we help people with. 222, 1296, and 432. And but I don't know if I didn't ever work anybody in LA. I don't know if there was any activity down there or not. Over.
Yeah, me being on here on Saturday night is about slim to none. If I am, I'm usually working 11 meters locally here. But yeah, it's me getting on contests and stuff are about 1 in a million. Unfortunately, I'd like to be able to be more active on that, but I'm not able to with my situation here.
Well, you didn't have any. Do you have 432 and 1296?
Yeah, I have 432 and I have 6 meters. But you know, like I say, trying to get out there and work it is pretty slim at best.
Yeah, well, we didn't stay on for too long. I started at 7:30. We finished up at 9:30, but the last half hour was mostly just local rag chewing. Over.
Yeah, copy that. All right, well, we'll check back in a little bit. I'm sure some of the guys down below will probably be checking back up towards your way there. But thanks for the contacts, and I'll get you logged in on our side. Bozo 831, KG6USS.
Okay, well, look, try to get on in the contest in September. I think around the first week of September, that's when the AWRL contest is. And that one starts at 6 meters and goes to 40 gigahertz, but that way you could get on 6 meters, 2 meters, and 432 at least, and that would be good. And give us that rare grid. We didn't work anybody in Delta Mike 14 or 13 or 03 or anywhere down there this time. So we need more of you guys to get on and work north here.
It's okay. Well, the gentleman that set up my antennas here, he's talking about bringing up a 6-meter vertical antenna for me. The 6-meter that I've got is on a wire right now, so I mean, I do work it on occasion. If I hear somebody out there, I'll try to make contact with them, and I have, tried, made a couple of contacts on 6-meter on the vertical. I mean, on the horizontal, but he says it works better on a vertical there. Copy.
Well, as long as you're horizontal, I could work you. I run a 9-element Yagi at 105 feet and a kilowatt, so you'd hear me. I'm pretty sure we could make it with you with your wire. We work people further away than you are with just wires. So 6 meters would be the weakest one, but 2 meters would be a piece of cake, and I'm sure that whatever you have on 432 would be workable as well. I run a pair of cross-polarized Yagis. I have 80 elements on 432 at 100 feet, so we make a pretty good signal with the 800 watts behind it. 7-3, John, and just plan on the September contest. Saturday night is the night I get on and try to stimulate activity. Saturday night from 7:30 to about 9:30. Just Saturday night only on the contest, over.
Yeah, copy that, Mike. All right, well, we'll give it a whirl and see what happens. All right, guys, have a good one, good week, and stay cool over there. It's going to get hot your way from what I'm understanding. You catching all that smoke from Longpop?
Boy, you're warbling so much, I didn't copy much of that. Did you get it, Rob?
No, he started fading out on me.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of went weak on us there. And warbly, you had plenty of signal, but it's all distorted from multipath fading and stuff. Anyway, 7-3, we'll talk to you more about it as we get closer into September there, John. It's only a month away now. KG6SUSS, K6MYC. Anybody else for John before we let him go? Okay, I guess that's it. Good evening, John. Have a good week.
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, 982.
Yeah, good evening, Gerald.
Oh, I think we had a double.
No, I got Daryl in here. KG6 Charlie Echo Fox. Good evening. How was your weekend?
Oh, just fine. Tony's suffering a little bit of side effects from the radiation. She was told she was going to, and so we've kind of been dealing with that.
She didn't get burned this time, but what are the other side effects? Just weakness?
No, it seems to be a nerve thing going on in the right side where she was radiated. Her hand has gone numb, and there's a pulsing pain. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it.
I'll be darned.
Anyway, we're dealing with it. I talked to Doc Schaffner a little while ago, and he said she might have to get a prednisone shot. We got to talk to the oncologist.
She might have to get a cortisone shot, is what you said?
Yeah, well, no, prednisone, he said, actually.
Oh, prednisone. Okay. Yeah, that kind of, Myrna had a couple of those, or ongoing prednisone shots from time to time when she was taking radiation. She didn't get that kind of radiation. For the most part, hers was chemotherapy as opposed to radiation. But she did get some radiation. And she did get treated with prednisone from time to time. It does help. It does make you feel better for sure. All right. Sorry that she's struggling with that, but when you talked to Dr. Dan, did you call him at home, or how did you reach him?
I just called his cell phone. He's driving back from the cabin when I got him. Okay. On our little check-in at 8 o'clock, I don't know. We'll have to see. We have a little 10-meter check-in at 8 o'clock.
Yes, okay. Well, maybe next time, maybe you can give me Dr. Dan's phone number over the phone. You may not want to put it on the air here. But do you have my home phone?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I have your numbers.
I've lost it. I've lost his home phone, and there's been a couple occasions where it's so hard to reach him. I've never been able to talk to him at the office. Never had a phone conversation with him at the office, even though I've called in with some very specific questions. So I think maybe I'm just going to have to bend the rules a little bit and call him personally.
Like I said, let me make sure that's cool with him, and I'll make sure you get it.
Yeah, well, he gave me his number. I just don't have it anymore. It was about 2 years ago that he gave it to me, and I really, at the time, the phone that I had it in there, but I've lost that phone and I've lost the number.
Okay, all right. Well, that's it. Yeah, all right. I'll get it to you. I'll probably just call your cell later and I can give it to Judy.
Yes. Okay. Call my cell, and you can give it to me if you call my cell, or you can text it to my cell if you want, and Judy can read it out. That would be fine. Thank you, Ron, Darrell. Let's see who else we have in there before we go down toward Atascadero. We're a little bit light here this evening. QRZ Bozo Net, 2 meters. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie and the group standing by.
195. Carso. I'm supposed to tell you that Dave VBG is under the weather too, Mike.
Who is under the weather?
Dave VBG.
Oh, is he? Is the heat getting him, or is it just something else?
He just wasn't up to going out to the station tonight. He's wanting to go to bed.
That's too bad. Well, hopefully he'll feel better. Frank's under the weather also. Frank's got the leftovers of some medication I guess he's been taking. He's been terribly bound up bowel-wise, and he's been in urgent care and so on. I haven't heard from him now for a couple of days. So hopefully he'll get over that, and one of these days I might get Frank down here again. I haven't seen him for 2 weeks. All right, 7-3. And I hear Dan in there. Dan, 803 KM6HK, was that you?
Roger, 803.
I got your 803. Thanks much. Let's see, I thought I heard one time KB6JNP last night, maybe from Shaver, but I don't know if he was up there last night when we were doing the contest. Between 7:30 and 9:30, he might have tried to call me on 432 or something, but I didn't. I haven't heard from him since. So maybe he'll check in tonight and tell me he couldn't get through for some reason.
Hey, Mike, 195 checked in there, N6BYH.
Oh, hi, Mike, N6BYH. Pick it up. K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello, Mike. N6BYH in the net. So I'd stop by and say hello. I didn't even know this weekend was a contest weekend until you started talking about it. So I guess I missed out on that. But otherwise, just working and haven't been out on any fires yet this summer. They're knocking them down pretty quick. There's a big one out by San Luis, Santa Maria now. Looks like a couple thousand acres. 400,000, I think. So they're probably be working that one.
Where's that? Where's Santa Maria?
It's out on 166 between Maricopa and Santa Maria. I think they call it the Carrizo Plains area.
It doesn't tell me anything. What's I just can't place it. Is it Southern California or Northern?
It's considered San Luis Obispo area, so it's like, I would guess, there's a Smith Mountain down there, just like behind Parkfield, back where 166 goes over to Santa Maria, about halfway from past the southwest side of the valley to the coast, about halfway.
Yeah, okay. I wonder why Matt didn't mention that he was in Napomo, where he's building a house. Apparently that wasn't close enough to make any smoke or anything. He didn't mention it at all. He just got home and we had dinner a couple of minutes before I came out here. But he didn't mention it, so it must not be visible from Napomo, San Luis Obispo area.
Yeah, I think it's only like 15% contained, so it's still burning pretty good. But yeah, it's probably quite a ways north from Napomo, I would guess. All right, just want to say hi, Mike. Haven't been in here in a while, so thought I'd wander by and say hello. N6BYH 195.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming by. We had it was the ARRL 222 and up contest last weekend. Sorry you didn't hear about it. You would have if you'd been in here. We announced it. We also got on Saturday night. Started out with 222 for the first half hour. Then we went to 1296. Then we went to 432. And it was a distance contest. So you give your 6-digit grid square, and that determines the distance between you and the other station, and you get extra points. Points for distance and points for the band you're on. Over.
I'm familiar with it. I just didn't realize it was this weekend. So this is the first time I've come in the radio room since a couple weeks ago, I think. And I heard you talking about the spectrum grab that the ARRL wasn't telling us about. I heard you saying that a few weeks back, and I looked it up, and sure enough, it's the ARRL is talking about it. It's on their website. So I looked it up right after you were talking about it, saying that you hadn't heard a peep, but they are talking about it.
Well, it's a non-issue. The company that's doing it, they're not, the FCC is not allowing any of their transmissions to occur over the United States, and they're not connecting with any station in the United States. It's a telemetry link only, and they only are connecting to, I think they're only using 3 different channels, but they can use it anywhere else in the world, apparently, that hasn't been canceled. But they can't use it over here, over the U.S., because of possible interference. And it was only as a backup anyway, so it was a very, very small issue. And it became a non-issue very quickly once we found the whole deal on it. There's a whole write-up on it on the FCC. And the FCC wrote the whole thing up very clearly and concisely, and will not allow it over the U.S., so it was a non-issue. Go ahead.
Oh, good. That's good to know, because I've got quite a bit of stuff on 430 that I play around with, so I was sort of dreading that whole thing from happening. Anyway, back to net. Good evening to you, Ken. I hear you in Aero IB. And 7-3 to you, Mike. N6BY.
Okay, good night, Mike. And I didn't hear Ken in here. PA60YB, are you here?
60YB, you covered me up.
I didn't cover you.
Well, not to Mike, because he's a neighbor, but everyone else. Okay. And how good evening to you up there, Rob?
Yeah, he's over on 10 meters. Is there a net tonight on 10, Ken?
No.
Somebody said it was going to go over to 10 meters, so maybe that's where Rob is.
Yeah, I just checked in, and I'm back now.
Okay, Ken just checked in. I don't know where you're pointed, Ken, but you're very light, very weak compared to everybody else here. Over.
Yeah, you're in my know. I'm running full power here, and you're real weak too. But everybody else is real strong. I got you right in a no.
I'll be darned. I'm pointed south. I haven't even moved to a Tascadero yet, but we're ready to do that now. Okay. Anybody else that sorry we missed you over the weekend. I guess you couldn't get on Saturday night. I guess you could not get on Saturday night, Ken. Was that right?
Oh, you're talking to me. I had no idea. No, yeah. I worked all day out in the sun at Marcus's, and I got home, and when I had dinner, I sat down on my easy chair, and the next thing I knew, it was 9:30, so I slept right through it. Sorry.
Yes, you did. Well, I almost forgot. It was funny because Aaron called me at 7:25, and he said, oh, did you forget about the 220 thing? And oh, my God, I did. I had this nagging feeling all day that I had something to do in the evening, but I couldn't remember what it was. So we did get on, and we had quite a bit of fun. It was not not explosive, but it was fun, and we did get some good grid squares and so on. So that was kind of fun. We connected some people that were not normally able to connect with each other, so that was good. Anyway, sorry we missed you. WA60IB, anybody else before we go to Atascadero? K6MYC.
Were the Reno guys in?
Well, not Reno, but we did work Carson City. Daniel was on.
Yeah, anybody up there. I was just curious if anybody got on up there last night. Good. I'm glad of that anyway. Gave some good contacts to some of the guys, I guess.
Yeah, we worked Daniel on all three bands. As I recall, 222, he was the best, and then 1296 was very, very marginal for me. Rob worked him easier than I did, so it was just a local, timely condition. And then 432 wasn't bad, but it wasn't great either. But anyway, yeah, Daniel kept the DMO9 alive. Over.
Well, great. I'm sure glad to hear that. I'm sorry I missed it, but I was hot and tired, and oh man, I was beat yesterday. And Rob was too. I'm surprised you got on last night, Rob.
Yeah, well, I could sit down and do it, so I was tired. That's good.
Yeah, well, I had I have to crawl out here, but anyway, I sat down after dinner in my easy chair, and my lights went out. Sorry.
Yep, that's what happens. Mike knows how to do that real good.
Yeah, I usually sleep earlier. I wake up for dinner. Okay, anybody else before we go to Atascadero, up and down the San Joaquin or anywhere? Anybody that can hear me? K6MYC Bozo Net.
Whiskey 6 Papa Echo.
There he is. Hi, Mike. W6PE and Oakhurst, K6MYC. We didn't hear you on in the contest.
Nope, I was zonked out as well. It was really busy all day Saturday, and a lot of it outside in the sun, and did not feel much like anything but going to bed.
Okay, no worries. Okay, well, let's see. Let me get out of here. Let's get over to Atascadero and see if there's anybody waiting for us over there.
Yeah, they're waiting. They're describing our missing.
Okay, go ahead, pick them up, Ken.
Atascadero and all the gang. WA60IB and K6MYC. We're heading your way now.
Atascadero, K6MYC.
Yeah, we're over here. Whoever that was, W6OIB, I think, W6QUI.
Well, good evening. Yeah, W6QUI, WA60IB. Yeah, sorry about that, but we're here now, Ron.
Okay, yeah, we've been waiting for a half hour or more. I'm going to relay to Mike, because I think he's out hearing me. I don't know why he didn't turn his antenna, but I made a point to be home before 8 o'clock. I was listening from 8 to almost 9 on all the bands we were supposed to be on. Never heard anybody. Well, I shouldn't say that, but all I heard was white noise for almost an hour. I did hear Bill. His success. I kept calling, but he never pointed this way, so he apparently didn't hear me. So I was a little disgusted about that, because I was all primed to give you guys some points over there. Over.
Well, yeah, maybe were you on the right frequency?
Well, yeah, I heard Bill. I heard him talking. I was on 432.1 and 96.1.
That's the right frequencies. Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, well, we were there, and we were pointed down your way more or less a lot of the time, Ron. I did have it down your way and across you several times as I was going back and forth to get John and also KB6RQU. But, of course, I do not hear you at all on 1296, so we had to rely on the other guys. And I did not hear them work you. It may have been that Ken just didn't think of it. He wasn't really on top of his game. Let's put it that way in the contest. He was in there, but he he was struggling a little bit, even with the bigger, easier stations. So I don't know, just probably busy with other stuff. Anyway, sorry we missed you. We did try, and we would have loved to have you at least on 432, but I don't think I can even hear you very well on 432. I have to point right at you and then wait. But I'm surprised you didn't hear me. I was calling in a lot of different directions at 800 watts, so who knows. Anyway, good evening to you now, and we'll do better. I promise you, we wanted your grid for sure. We wanted that Charlie Mike 95 for sure. And why we didn't connect, I don't know. But it'll be easier on 2 meters to get you started on 2 meters, and then we'll try to get you on the other bands after that. In the September contest in a month or so here. Let's see. Anybody else? Go ahead, Rob. You can hear Ron, I'm sure.
Here too, by the way.
Yes, good evening, Ron. W6QUI, KM6SR. Good to hear you in there. Sorry that we didn't call you over there.
Yeah, well, we tried. I heard Bill on 1296. Quite a while. I kept calling, but he was not pointed this way, so he apparently didn't hear me. I heard him working quite a few stations on 1296, but he's the only signal I heard from that area, so it just didn't work out very well. And I listened on 2 meters here, if we could coordinate on this frequency and also 200, and never heard a soul on either one of them, so it didn't work out very well. Anyway, good evening to you, Rob.
Yeah, 2 meters wasn't included in this contest, so it was 222 and up, so that's why there was nobody on 2 meters.
Yeah, apparently that wasn't in the plan. I got to thinking about that later after we talked about it Wednesday, and that we need a coordinating frequency, but that never happened.
Yeah, that could be a good idea. We'll have to see what Mike thinks and maybe put it in next time.
What was this comment? I was trying to calibrate here, but I can't when Aaron's got me locked up here. What did you say about other types of coordination? 2 meters?
Yeah, Ron was saying that we should have a coordinating frequency on like the 2 meter band that we can hear him roll on, and we can coordinate what frequency we're going to go to at the next, that time.
Yeah, that's okay for that contest because we don't use 2 meters normally. But on the normal ARRL VHF contests, 2 meters is going to be busy. It's hard to coordinate. Well, it could be done, but it's not. Wouldn't be handy. But we could do it in the 222 and up contest run for sure. Over.
Yeah. Well, even then it works out good for even if 2 meters is involved in the contest. You can work a guy there and then set up. You can immediately go to another band. From that frequency to work them on other bands. So that works out pretty good.
Yeah, the problem with me doing that with you is I have to point very, very specifically at you. You hear me, but only because of the power. But I don't hear you mostly until I get right around 200 or so. And don't hear you at all when I'm pointed south. So it would be difficult. I'd have to point over to coordinate it just for you specifically. Over.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but I'm sorry that Bill couldn't hear me because we could have coordinated things better from there. But I heard him working quite a few stations, and as he rotated his antenna around, he about blew me off the chair here until he got to the heading he was headed for, and he was down again. So he got a lot of side loads on that antenna. But anyway, I want to get checked in here. W6QUI, Bozo 1055, and Eric is also on frequency.
Okay, very good. Well, we'll pick Eric up as Ron. Rob, did you want to say hello to Ron there?
Yeah, I did, Mike. Good to hear you there, Ron. Good evening to Eric, KN6 EIZ. How you doing?
Rob,
this is KN6EIV, Bozo number 1044. I'm doing good, Rob. Yeah, it sounds like you guys are a little weak over here tonight for me. I'm right close to, well, same place I'm always at, up on the hill here. Yeah, I guess Ron could hear you guys a lot better than I could tonight.
I wasn't pointed at you because Ron, you must have your antenna pointed somewhere else because I have to point to about 189, 190, and that's where you peak. That's not normal for you. And I thought, well, maybe I'm out of calibration here, but now I picked up on Eric, and that's right back up at 210, where I normally point for you. So I must be getting Ron, on some kind of a weird bounce. Anyway, Eric, pick it up. This should be stronger. Over.
Oh, yeah, it's stronger for sure, but still, I think it's still a little weak coming through. I guess it must be conditions. Sometimes you just boom in here. Yeah, I guess that might be just tonight.
Well, I don't know. Everything looks normal here, and I'm pointed right at 211, which is where you would normally peak. Let's see, anybody else for the guys in the Atascadero? How about you, Mike? Are you back N6BYH or WA6AAJ? Two Mikes, K6MYC.
WB6JNP.
Hey, Dane. I guess nobody else is in there. Okay. So we'll let you go, Eric. Thank you, and we'll see you Wednesday night. You guys on Wednesday there. Thanks much. KN6EIV 1055 and W6QUI 1055 and 1044. I should say for you, Eric. I got it right. K6MYC. Let me pick up the local station that you guys probably will not hear in course gold. Go ahead, Dane. WB6, did you try to check in during the Saturday night fiasco there, over?
I was monitoring on 432, but I was busy doing stuff around the house, so I was in and out. But anyway, nothing new to report here. We'll catch you tomorrow night on 6.
Oh, okay, because I thought one time on 432 I heard somebody give your call, or you, but it was weak, and I thought, well, maybe he's up at Shaver, or maybe I had you in a null or something. But you did not make a single call on 432?
Don't believe so.
Yeah, okay. Well, I might have been just dreaming. It might have heard somebody else's call that was closer, that sounded like your voice in there. No worries. I didn't want to miss you, but I called a couple of times, but you didn't come back, so I figured, well, okay, I missed you. Maybe you were, I thought you were up at Shaver and working vertical or something. All right, thanks, Dane. Thanks for checking in. Dan's already ahead of you. He's already in and out. So there you go. WB6JNP, we'll see you tomorrow night on 6, K6MYC.
QSL WB6JNP.
Okay, 7-3 at Atascadero, guys, K6MYC going to Santa Cruz.
Roger that. Have a good night, KN6EIV.
7-3.
7-3, Eric and Ron, KM6SR.
Well, I think I'm pointed up towards Santa Cruz. Let's see what happens. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Are you there, Lee?
Roger, roger. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, the countdown Bozo 1098. I am present and accounted for.
You certainly are. It must be pointed route because you're very right, because you're very loud. Very good, and good to hear you. Thanks for being on 432 last night. That was nice to have you in on 1296, and we heard you work WB6JNN. I think it was that you worked him later. Oh no, it was Gary. WB6Q. Oh, for heaven's sakes, WNI. up there. And I heard you work Gary, and I could hear both sides of the conversation very weakly. Over.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I could hear you in there too, because a couple of times you popped in and were responding there with Gary up there. So yeah, it was really good. That was a lot of fun. But he was the only guy I heard out there. So like you said, I think we were a little bit late. 4:32. Kind of all of the rest of the bands crept a little late. So by the time we got up to 4:32, I think everybody had kind of maybe given up. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but I got my whole 5 contacts, so I'm going to submit a log this time. Hi. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. Thanks a lot, Mike. K6MYC from AF6 United.
Yeah, well, it's a lot more fun if you got all 3 of those bands. If you had 222 and 1296, you would have been quite busy, I'm sure. And I'm glad you got Gary, but don't feel bad. I didn't work anybody else in the Bay Area either. He was the only station in the Bay Area that I could pull out, which was very disappointing. I was there a little bit late, but normally their guys hang around a little bit. They know that when we got one band, and they also are hearing me on 1296, so we go from 1296 to 432, and the guys know I always announce where I'm going and what time I'm going to do it. And yes, we were late, but we had so much activity on 1296 that we had to be running late. But that's what happened. We were busy working people on 1296 and trying to help other people. I should probably change the timing, but I'd like to stay within those parameters as long as people understand that sometimes we could be 15 or 20 minutes late. Don't run away. All right. Let's see if Tom is in there. And Rob, somewhere along the line here, you can comment whether you're hearing Lee or not tonight on this band. KW6S. How about you, Tom? K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Good evening, 610. And yeah, I don't know what happened last night. I was monitoring 432 and 1296 both after we'd worked on 222 and never heard a peep out of anyone, nor did I get any response to my call. So I don't know what happened here, but if it was me, my apologies. K6MYC, KW6S.
Well, I was sitting there working Lee. Lee and I talked for quite a while, and then he turned around and worked Gary. And I was still on the band working at that point in time, so I don't know how we missed you.
Yeah, I don't know either. I did something a little different. In the 432, I put it on a different radio, and I didn't get any response on that. I did turn the preamp on and off a couple times and heard the noise come up, and it's the same antenna and same preamp that I always use on Thursday night. So I'm a little surprised and a little concerned that my 9700 has a problem on 432, although the noise coming up convinced me otherwise last night. K6MYC, KW6F.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine, because Lee and I talked for quite a while. Not extensively, but I mean, I think we made our QSO last at least 2 minutes and maybe longer, as we were talking about him hearing other people, and I think we had him other people, him stand by for other people that could have worked him. I don't know whether he didn't work anybody down this way. I don't think, but he could have. But 432, and then maybe it was just the fact that it got a little bit late. We didn't have a huge crowd down here on 432. One of the guys that was missing, of course, was Ken. He would have been able to work everybody that I worked pretty much, but Ken fell asleep in the chair. He had a hard day helping another ham down here with a setup, and he sat down in the chair after dinner and didn't wake up till 9:30, so he missed the show completely.
Yeah, well, I know he's probably helping, and I know he's really been pushing to get that going again. And yeah, that happens sometimes. You put in I know I help at with antennas and feeding coax and stuff on for a ham here in the area, and just tromping around in those heavy shoes in the brush and up and down the hill makes it a little easier to sleep that night.
Yep, I hear you. Well, let's see. Rob, anybody else over here want to say hello over there? Go ahead, Ken, if you're here. WA6OIB in the group, K6MYC. Okay, how about you, Ken? Rob?
Sure. How you doing, Tom? KW6S, KM6SR. Yeah, I worked to Lee even on 432 last night.
Yeah, well, that was good. I'm glad you did that so you could get the Charlie Mike 96. Yeah, I don't know what happened with me, but you're doing quite respectable here tonight, and I'll promise to do better next time, or at least intend to do better next time. KM6SR, KW6S.
Okay, Tom, sounds good. Yep, things happen.
Okay, very good. Let you guys go. We'll move up into the Bay Area here. 7-3, we'll see you tomorrow night on 222, Tom. Thank you again for being there last night on 222 and 1296 for that matter. I thought I'd worked you on 432, but maybe I didn't, and maybe that's why I didn't try specifically, but I didn't have to move the antenna. When I have it on Lee, it's also on you, so how the hell we missed you is beyond me, and you had Rob in there also. You hear Rob too, so I don't know. I think it was just a timing thing. We might have been there too late for you or something. 7-3s, guys. K6MYC going to the Bay Area for Bozo Net.
A quick comment for Tom. I did not hear anything, and I would expect that if you were transmitting into a dummy load, I would hear you from here. So,
Q6KLY.
So I'm not sure what happened with the station last night, but yeah, something apparently didn't work out. KW6S from AF6 United. I'm clear.
Very good. I think I just figured out why the 432 didn't work out. So anyway, cockpit error, I think. K6MYC, AF6U, KW6S.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, you could have missed me and Rob, but you couldn't have missed Lee, I'm sure. So it was either a timing thing or a glitch, and you obviously found something there.
Yeah, and I would rather not say what it is.
Okay. All right. Well, let you go, and we'll keep it a secret. Anyway, not to worry. We got you on 2 bands, and that's better than nothing. 7-3, guys. K6MYC going to the Bay Area. Bozo Net, please. Anybody?
And 5MPD 1129.
KLY.
K6KLY and N5NPD. Good evening. Good evening, Brett. Let me get you out of the way first here. Not out of the way, but take you good and loud. 1129. Sorry we didn't hear you more recently, but there was a contest over the weekend, and I think I invited you, but you may have forgotten it. Anyway, back to you, and then we'll pick up Russ there, K6KLY, who was on a camping trip.
Inside, so I'm now in the comfort of the front office of the house, air conditioned and heated, no mosquitoes, no flies, none of that stuff. So that involved a lot of coax runs through the attic and down. So I was off the air for a smidge.
Yeah, I think you doubled with me the first part of your transmission, so I didn't get what you said.
Oh, I moved inside, so everything's inside the house now, so I spent most of the time in the attic running coax and so on and so forth.
Oh, goody. That must have been fun. Well, at least you're out of the mosquito trail anyway. Sounds good. And we'll look forward to hearing you from a more comfortable location there, Brett. Thanks for calling in, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters, no doubt. N5NPD, Newman, K6MYC.
Stay 3, Mike. We'll catch you next time.
Go ahead, Ross.
Okay, did you say the last guy was in Felton?
He is in Newman, not far from Gustine and Los Banos, over.
Oh, Roger. No wonder I'm not hearing him without pointing the antenna down that way. Anyway, I rarely check in here on Sunday nights, but I was near the radio and been out camping the weekend and just got back in here and had some dinner. I thought I would see what's going on the radio. So I hope things went okay last night in the distance contest on 220 and up. K6MYC, K6KLY.
Yeah, well, everything went well. I thought the weakest band of all things was 432 out of the Bay Area. I only worked one station in the Bay Area. We did work Santa Cruz, one station in Santa Cruz, in Charlie Mike 96, so I got a difficult grid, and we got Charlie Mike 97 from Gary and San Jose, but nobody else. So I never did work anybody on any band in Charlie Mike 87, which was kind of strange. So we could have used you, but of course I wouldn't want to drag you away from a camping trip that you had planned and all that. But you would have been in there with quite a bit of fun. We had quite a bit of fun. I worked 7 grids on 222 in that first half hour, and we're going along pretty good, and we got quite a few people hooked up together that had never worked before, and that's more fun for me than working people. So there you go. Anyway, thanks for checking in here, Russ. I appreciate it. Might stay on frequency a minute. I think we've got good propagation, but I could miss 1 or 2 of the guys just because I'm not pointed just right. K6KLY, K6MYC.
Yeah, all right, real good, Mike. And you mentioned that surgery of yours is going to be in October, so maybe you'll be well enough by around Thanksgiving for me to come down that way over.
No, I don't have any surgery.
Yeah, I thought you were getting eye surgery here in October.
Oh, I have an eye appointment. I'm trying to get one earlier with the Byers Eye Institute. I have an appointment on October 31st, I think it is, just to go up as a preliminary appointment, just to get them to know me and get them to give me a full checkout and kind of get to know me and all. And we may be getting up there earlier because I've got myself on the urgent list because I'm losing vision pretty quickly, and I really wanted to see if I can do anything I can possibly do to stop any further vision loss, or at least minimize it. So I'm on a cancellation list, but when you're 4 months away on an appointment, it's kind of disconcerting. You have to wait 3 or 4 months to get an appointment. And that's with the Livermore office. I can't even get into the Stanford office. I don't know when they're set to. Somewhere after January it was, over.
Oh, boy, okay. Well, maybe, how about if I look in then to coming down in the November weekend for EME, over?
Yeah, I don't see any problem there at this point, over.
All right, I'll check it out. I think it's the 15th, but I'm not sure. All right, that's enough. There's several other guys here trying to get you. K6KLY.
Okay, thank you, Russ. And K6MYC, listening for others. Check-ins from the Bay Area, please, over.
WA6AXX 773, no traffic.
773, no traffic. Good evening. Did you forget about the weekend activity on 222 and up?
Oh, no, I was in Berkeley. We went to a concert at the Greek Theater in Berkeley last night. Go ahead.
Oh, that would take care of that. Yeah, that would wipe you out. Anyway, we had a pretty good time. We got on at 7:30 and we ended up about 9:30. But the Bay Area was missing. You were going to a concert. Russ was on a camping trip, and I don't know where everybody else was. I only worked one guy, and that was Gary, WB6WNI down there on the border of Campbell and San Jose. That's the only station I worked in the Bay Area on 432 here. 432, not here, but 432. I think I got 1 or 2 on 222. I worked a couple of people. and 1296, I think I got one or two, but everybody just disappeared on 432, which should have been the good band. Anyway, good to hear you. I think you overheard the conversation. I have an appointment on October 31st with the Livermore Division of Vyers Eye Institute, and I'm on the urgent list. Obviously, if it was really important, I guess you certainly wouldn't want to wait 3 or 4 months for an appointment to get your eyes checked. But that's the way it is. I'm already in good care, so it's not a crisis. It's just it's a little frustrating to not be able to get another or second opinion within a reasonable length of time yet. Over.
No, I understand. I understand how frustrating it is. Yeah, it takes Liz a while to get in for appointments too at Stanford. Actually, they're great. They're really, really, really good care, but it can take a while to get in. We need more doctors. We need to educate more doctors and not limit medical school artificially, and then pay doctors better, not force them to go into I can't think of the term, companies that buy up other companies. It's the medical industry has turned into private equity. That's it. Yeah, private equity. Our radiologist was just complaining to us about the company that he works for is on the 4th owner, and it's all private equity crap. So anyway, back to you. I'm done here, Q. I'll just be listening for a little bit. K6MYC, WA6AXX.
Okay. Anyway, I appreciate all your effort. I did have a chat with my cousin in Seattle who has glaucoma. Also, her eye pressure runs at 5, and she's had an operation many years ago, 8 or 10 years ago, and she does not even require drops. Whatever they did to her eye maintains her pressure now at 5, and so I don't know what was done there. I didn't get into a technical discussion with her. I could have, because she's very tuned in. She knows more about the glaucoma than I do. She was well aware of the optic nerve thing, and what causes it actually is the crimping of the nerve. Sometimes the nerve doesn't come out straight out the back of the eye. It gets bent over a little bit, and the more bent it is, and I think it's a function of how long your eye is. I'm very myopic, so my eyeball is quite long and elongated, and that may push the optic nerve into a crimp. The more myopic you are, apparently the more prone you are to glaucoma, so it all sort of fits, doesn't it? 7-3, Ed, thanks much, and we'll see you tomorrow night on 222, I hope. WA6AXX, K6MYC, looking for others in the Bay Area for check-ins. Over.
Yeah, Mike, WB6WNI, 1090, how copy?
WB6JNN.
Okay, WB6WNI, good evening, Gary, 1090, and also you, Jim, thanks very much for getting on the band last night and working us on 222 particularly. We missed you on 432. We didn't get anybody but one station. Gary was the only one I worked on 432 last night. Let me shoot it back to you quickly, Jim, and then you can either turn it over to Gary, WB6WNI, or you can turn it to me. WB6JNN, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep it quick, but got started late, but and we don't normally have a very good path either. That's the other factor there on 432. 1296 was fine, and so is 220. So that's the good news. WB6J.
Yeah, no, you were fine and very strong on 222, and very good, pretty much good copy on 1296 as well. And I don't know, did you try 432 at all?
No, there was too much going on trying to do long haul stuff, so I just had other things to do.
Okay, well, no worries. It's just that I only worked one station on 432 in the whole Bay Area. So you and everybody else decided not to do 432 for some reason. Anyway, that was kind of a disappointment, but all the other bands in all the other areas were good. Thank you, Jim. And we'll see you tomorrow night on 222 again, of course. Over to you, Gary, WB6WNI, K6MYC.
Good evening, Mike and Jim and Ed. Ed is coming in here 20 over 9, and Jim, you're about S7 or so. Yes, you know what, it was funny, 432 is my favorite band. I should just announce right now that when I was a tech, it was the first band I got on. AM, yes. So it has a spot in my heart. Anyway, I'm glad we were working. I'm glad that Lee, AF6 United, was there because he came in very well also. Anyway, nothing more, Mike. I'll let you move it along. But it was, I found it quite fun. K6MYCW6WNI.
Okay, very good, Gary. Yeah, we had fun. The only band was disappointing was 432. But it was beginning to get late, and I think that added to the lack of people on there. But thanks for taking part. You were the only station on 432 Bay Area, as I told you. But I'm sure glad you made a contact with Lee down there. He was excited about that. So that was a good to show you can make the path to Watsonville. He's just outside of Watsonville, not in Watsonville, but he's on a little hill. Got a pretty good location, and obviously it works over the hill somehow. 73 Gary, WB6WNI, K6MYC, clear, and look for other check-ins here on 2 meters.
Golf 6 Whiskey India Sierra 0884. KB6 WFC 775.
Okay, let me pick the Bay Area up first. I got 884. I have you, and I got 637. I got you also, Paul. But let me pick up Mike, 775. Mike, pick it up, and I'll peek up on you there. Go ahead.
Roger, roger. This is Kilo Bravo 6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, Bozo number 775. Charlie Mike 87. Over. Good evening.
Yeah, we sure needed you in the contest. I did not work a single Charlie November 87, or Charlie Mike 87. I did not work a single Charlie Mike 87 station in the whole contest that I can recall. I did get Charlie Mike 97 3 or 4 times, but nobody in Charlie Mike 87. So kind of disappointed that I didn't catch you, and I would have sure liked to get you on 1296 and 432. That would have been wonderful. But no such luck. Hi. Anyway, you're sounding good here tonight on 2 meters, and I'm not even pointed at you, so I won't move it. I'll leave it where I'm hearing the other guys okay. Back to you, Mike, and maybe you had other things going that you weren't expecting, or maybe you just forgot. WB6, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC.
Yeah, roger. No, I guess I had other things going because I probably forgot. So, oh well, better luck next time. But we'll see you in the next one then. Good evening, 73. Thank you. KB6 WFC clear.
Okay, and we'll look for you, of course, in the September contest. So hopefully you won't forget that one. That one lasts a little longer and has a lot more people, generally a lot more people, although I don't think I could have worked many more people than I did in the contest, except it gives you 6 and 2 meters as well. So that adds to the busyness of the band. The September contest is in early September somewhere. I don't know what the date is. Maybe somebody can tell me. I didn't get that one yet, but I know it's in early September. So less than probably just a little over a month away. So be advised, we'd like to get you active and on for that one. And I'll probably do the same thing on that Saturday night. Maybe I can pick another time. If somebody wants to suggest another time, we could try it in the middle of the day somewhere. I just have to coordinate it and then put the word out, and I'll try my best to be there. So if Saturday nights don't work for people, then let me know and we'll try a different time. B6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie for your final Mike, K6MYC.
Roger, Mike. No, I'll look up the other one in September. But thank you. Have a good evening. 73, KB6WC, clear.
Roger, 73. Okay, did I have some others in there? Yes, I did. 884, are you still copying me, Phil?
Roger. WIS, Bozo 884, and just wanted to check in with you there, Mike, and let you know. And also, Greg got the cables
good evening, Dennis. Go ahead.
For the new...
I hear you, Paul. Stand by, Paul.
So, and also check in the 8606 put a signal out on...
only people be emailed Dave at
back to you there, Mike. Bozo 884, WB6GTY, over.
Can you go ahead and check on Lindman and on Bozo 86? Appreciate it.
Hang in there, Dennis. I couldn't copy anybody on that one when you're talking. You wipe out everybody and everybody wipes you out. But I've got you logged in. Stand by a second. Could you give me a... Do you want to wait a second, Phil, and I'll get up your way where I got better signals from you. You're very weak at the moment. Can you wait a minute or two when I get up your way?
Roger.
Okay, because I couldn't copy much of anything there. Paul, let's see if I can get you. I'll peek on you. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6MYC.
Yes, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, this is K6WIS beaming the Bay Area on the bounce test. Northeast 5x3 to 5x4. How many?
Yeah, I got you, but you quit just about the time that I was starting to move the antenna back toward you. Do you have any other check-ins there, Paul? Over.
Oh, sorry, Mike. I doubled with you a bit there. Yeah, I had Dennis WB6ISR on the air with me just a few seconds ago. He wanted to check in the Clear Lake crowd, N1PPP, KA6RSX, and also N6BX. Over.
Roger, I got him. I'll get up that way in just a minute. I haven't gotten out of the Bay Area yet. I'm still doing the Bay Area, as you might guess, on the back gutter here. Very good, Paul. Good to hear you, and thanks for being on in the contest. It was nice to have you giving us Charlie Mike 98 there consistently. Thanks, Paul. K6WIS, hang in there a second. Let's see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. K6MYC, Bozo Net, Bay Area. Anybody else?
AB6SR.
AB6SR. Good evening, Stan, 807, and how are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I could just barely hear Paul on the side of the beam here, so he must be a good signal putting out tonight. Nothing new here, so, well, what did I do? Oh, I repaired an old Hallicrafter's S108 to give away to a person who's interested, so got that one going after sending it out to her, and main transformer burned out, so I had to do a lot of big repairs to that. Other than that, been rather quiet here. Enjoying a bit of solitude for a while. Anyway, won't keep it because you've got other people there. It's a good signal, of course, from you, a quality signal from you. Wish you well. K6MYC, AB6SR in Los Gatos.
It's okay. Very good. Paul, did the Hallicrafters have tubes in it?
Yeah, but I took two of the tubes out because I only had a lower power transformer to put into it, so it's got a tiny little semiconductor audio amplifier in there and a couple of 18407s and a resistor or two to take care of the 5Y3s. That takes it back to about 50 watts because otherwise it was 8 tubes and needs a bigger transformer. That's it. Back to you.
Yeah, okay. Well, is this just an HF rig? You'll pass it on to somebody else to use?
Yeah, just an antique radio kind of thing for some friend's father who's down in San Dimas in Southern California there. Back to you.
I got it. Okay, well, very good. And that's AM only? It doesn't have sideband, or is it a sideband radio?
No, it's AM with a BFO, that's all.
Okay, well, it'll be fun to play with it anyway. Somebody will get some fun out of that. Very good. Thank you, Stan. And we'll catch up with you probably Wednesday night, I guess. But thanks for checking in here. AB6SR 807, K6MYC. Anybody else before we go to Sacramento? Nothing heard. Let me go up to Oakley. Let's see, N6RO, did you survive the contest? N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. In Charlie Mike 97, howdy doody, Mike and Judy, and all points southeast of Oakley. Yeah, we survived the contest, both contests actually. Had a very productive session in your gathering last night. Had 8 QSOs on 1296 and 9 on 432. So that was a productive 30 minutes. The other contest, HF, we had 1,430 Qs and came in 4th in the multi-2 category. We beat everybody this side of Missouri, which is, our main goal is beating what we did last year. Dinner, I slept all day today because I watched television and tennis all night. And I didn't feel like cooking, so I had my no cooking backup dinner. The chicken Caesar salad from Costco. I always have I get a 4-pack of that every month. So that's the story, and I guess we'll see you on those 2 bands tomorrow, N6RO.
Yeah, we sure missed you on 222. I did work 7 grids, but you're in 97, right?
Yeah, 97 DX.
I would have not picked up any new grid with you, but you would have picked up some. We had, unfortunately, for you on the other bands, you couldn't get the DMO5s, but Fred, John was on with good signals, K6MI. It must have been that he was over the inversion and you were under it or something. I can't imagine why you couldn't hear him. But maybe I was up in the inversion above it as well. He was working a lot of people, but and he hung in there in the contest till the very last minute, working everybody he possibly could. I kept hearing him on 432 right up to the end of the contest there. What the hell was I doing? Oh, he was on this morning. That's what it was. I was talking on 40 this morning, and he was on 40 also. Anyway, we won't belabor it. I just pulled the wire here. I think I'm okay. Didn't yank anything loose. I got to figure out where that wire is coming from. Why is my foot keep hanging up on it? All right, 7-3, Ken. We'll see you tomorrow night. N6RO, K6MYC, and anybody else to send Sacramento Valley. Go ahead.
86 WVL 1179.
1179. Good evening, John. And you're sounding good. Over.
Everybody's sounding good tonight. It seems like it's working out pretty good. You're sounding good. Thanks for the check-in. Good evening to you and Judy. KD6 WVL.
Yeah, very good, John. I won't keep you because we're running a little bit late here, but thanks very much for being there as always. You probably heard a little bit about what we did on the contest last night, but we didn't hear you in there because you don't have you have 432, but I didn't hear you there. Over.
Oh yeah, I've got a coax problem. I got an end connector coming into an SO239 on the 706, so I got to get an adapter.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that. Okay, very good. I'll see you tomorrow night on one band or the other, 6 meters probably. KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima, K6MYC. Anybody else before I go to Sacramento?
Say, Mike, I think I heard UQ, KB6 UQV in a different area about 20 minutes ago.
I missed the call.
There's a KB6 UQ, the guy in 05.
KD6BQ. Yeah, that would be what in the hell? I keep hooking on my foot on this wire. I don't know what it is. Let me get it out of the way here. Oh, there's something dangling. I see what it is. It's a speaker. My speaker fell down. Well, that sounds better when I pick it up off the floor. You guys are much louder now. Yeah, KD6BQ in Wausau Valley, DMO9. He's probably anxious to check in here. I'll put him in. That's 249. Thank you, Ken.
No, that's not who I was talking about. It's a guy that's normally in 05.
Oh, KB6RQU, Kilo Bravo 6, Radio Queen United, over.
RQU, yeah, I heard his call. He was quite loud. In fact, he came over who else was talking. But this was about 20, 30 minutes ago.
Ah, okay, so he's on here tonight. Yeah, he doesn't get on early. But that was the one you were trying to work in DMO5. He's in Lake Isabella there, over.
Yeah, right. It's strange about why we couldn't work 05 with either John or RQU. That's one of those things.
Yeah, that's a mystery that will probably go unsolved until you finally do work them, and then it'll be like a piece of cake.
Yeah, I've worked them before.
Okay. Well, all right. Is Bozo 61 in here? Rob, can you pick up Rick before he gets discouraged and leaves?
Yeah, I just pointed down that way. KB6RQU, old Bozo 61. You on there, Rick? Over. I think he already left. KB6RQU, this is KM6SRR for the 2 meter Bozo Net. Rick, you on still? I'm not hearing him, Mike. I think he left.
Okay, well, we'll try him one more time at the end of the night. Good night. No, thanks for trying anyway. I got him logged in, because he did obviously try to check in through Ken. Okay, let me go over to Sacramento here. Here we go.
I didn't hear the relays that Paul gave you. Was it 160 and 336?
And 783, I believe. And 6 Bravo X-ray. I don't know why he doesn't check in when I'm pointed toward Ken, because he's in Fairfield and it's the same heading, over.
Yeah, is that Larry?
I don't know what his name is. N6 Bravo X-ray. Okay, anyway, just on the outside chance that he's back in the shack and functional, KJ6KFB. KJ6KFB, Darren, are you in there tonight? Okay, nothing from Darren. How about Bill, KO6KD? Give me some chatter, Bill, and I can peek on you. Go ahead.
Bill's under the weather, KR6MR, 0759.
Oh, 759. Okay, I went the wrong way here. Go ahead, John. Make some noise, and I'll peek on you here. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, my K6MYC in the group, KR6MR, Bozo 759. Also checking in Bill, KO6KD, Bozo 776.
Yeah, Bill, we had to take off or something?
He's feeling pretty sickly tonight.
Oh, really? Because he seemed to be fine this morning.
Yeah, well, he said something came over him this afternoon. He's weak, got the runs, course, he had prunes for lunch, but anyway.
Bozo 410.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's interesting. He hasn't been anywhere. It must have been something that came in with some food that he got, John. Right. Anyway, good evening, Russ. KW6T, K6MYT, K6MYC. Go ahead, Russ.
Oh, very good, Mike. Yeah, I think you might have doubled with John there for a second. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted just a quick in and out. Kind of got things going on in the house I got to get back to, so I'll just check in and check out and wish everybody a good evening. So 73, John, and yeah, sorry to hear Bill's under the weather, and Darren if he's out there. So and Paul, I heard Paul earlier as well. So 73 guys, KW6T. I'm going to check out.
Okay, 73. Russ, thanks for checking in quickly. KW6T 410, K6MYC. John, if you'll give me a little more chatter, I'll peek on you. Again, I wiggled the antenna, and I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting people in really weird directions tonight, over.
That happens quite often there, Mike. Don't worry about it. And good evening there, Russ. Have a good evening. Okay, KR6MR for IDs, and for Mike to peek on me. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Over.
You know, it wasn't long enough. You're coming in at 316 degrees. Normally you come in at 336, so it's 20-degree difference. That's what's screwing me up, over.
You were doing just fine earlier.
There I am, pointed where you should be. KR6MR, K6MYC at 334, over.
This is KR6MR. Well, maybe if you're looking for me, try to peek on my signal. KR6MR with K6MYC and the Bozo group. Over.
Okay, well, the reason I wanted to peek on you is because that's the direction I usually choose for Reading, but I've got you at, I can hear you at 300 degrees, and you're peaking at about 315 to 316, so it's, and I go up to 340 where you normally are, 335, and you just vaporize, you just go away completely, so either something's happened here, I don't think so, everybody else seemed to be where they should be, so I don't know what to say. Anyway, thank you, John, and thanks for being there last night. We tried, and we did make it, but it was a struggle. KR6MR73, K6MYC.
Yeah, okay, 73's Mike, and I'll look for you tomorrow night. K6MYC, KR6MR, have a good evening.
Roger, thank you, and you have a good evening as well, and I'll see you on 6.
AJ6QS.
Roger, I hear you fine, Larry. N6, N7, Whiskey Tango, 657, we've got you. I'll be up your way in a couple of minutes, over. He's pounding in here on CW and he can't hear me. Roger, we have you logged in, thank you. I'll be up your way in a bit, K6MYC. Now looking for anybody else in Sacramento, all the way up to Reading. Are you in there, Reading? Go ahead.
AJ6QF.
AJ6 Queen Lima, 1131, is it?
Yeah, 1031, but I'll let you go because it's late, Mike. Just wanted to check in, AJ6QF.
1031 or 1131?
No, 1031, over.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Okay. I don't know what I said. But we got you. Thank you, George. And we'll catch up with you when we both have more time here. Yeah, I'm running a little late. 73. AJ6 Queen Lima, K6MYC. Have a good one.
73, Mike, and best of duty.
Thank you. Okay, looking for Reading, K6MYC, 145 or 230, K6MYC, QRZ.
KO6HS 230, Mike 230, over.
I hear 230. KO6HS, K6MYC. Good evening, Jerry. I haven't heard Rich yet, but maybe he's in there, but maybe not. You take one, and I'll try to peek on you there a little bit. KO6HS, K6MYC. Over. You a little bit. I'm way off. Some reason I'm getting you guys at 315 degrees. Normally it's 330, 335. So something's gone terribly wrong here. I don't know what's happened. Anyway, we got you checked in, and I'll see if I can hear anything from Rich tonight. KO6HS 73 Jerry, and listening for KD6SW. KD6SW, K6MYC, calling and listening. Go ahead, Rich. I don't hear Rich. KD6SW, KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC, calling and listening. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to go to Nevada. Here we go to Nevada. K6MYC going to Nevada. Okay, here we are up toward Nevada. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, copy here, Larry, K6MYC.
K6MYC, November 7 Whiskey Tango, November 7 Whiskey Tango. When you answered, you were going under noise, so Richard was able to relay the chart. And I thought I'd see it, but I was seeing on the live stream, I was having a live stream at CW. Yeah, good evening. I'm sorry I missed the week. Today was Saturday, and Saturday went by, and I thought about Saturday night at 7:30.
Okay. I don't know, Larry. Really having a tough time with the direction tonight. You're all over the map and very, very weak, but we got you logged in there. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Let me see if I can hear Richard. Let's see if Richard's in here. KD6BQ, K6MYC. Richard, are you there?
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249. You were a lot louder when you were talking to Larry, then you kind of faded down. So anyway, how copy, over?
Well, you don't give me long enough to find where you are coming in. You're coming in the normal direction. I've got you at about 2 degrees past north, so it's not louder because of me changing anything. I didn't change anything when I was talking to Larry. I was pointed right where I am now. It's just the band's going up and down. But Larry comes in at 3:15 tonight. He's not coming in on the direct path. When I point here, I can barely hear him. Over.
Yeah, I was listening to you earlier, and you were real loud when you were at 3:15 here, too. But yeah, there's a lot of QSB, which is too bad because I wanted you to compare my signal with the previous couple weeks of check-ins because I got the tower back up at the 75 feet. So I'm not down at 25 anymore. I'm back up to 75. So I was wondering if my signal is any better, but if there's this much QSB, it's probably a little hard to tell. Plus, maybe I'm chattering a little bit, gives you a little time to peek up before I hand it back to you. Anyway, K6MYC and whoever else can hear KD6BQ and Delta Mike 09er in Nevada.
Okay, well, you're quite stable, but it's I can copy you anywhere from 5 degrees past north all the way down to 315 with almost no change. It's really weird tonight. Really weird. I've got you at 335 right now. You had a little bump at 335. You were pretty solid at 359 or 360. And I kept going further because I was going back to the 315 mark, and you seem to have a little peak here at 335. Not at all normal. I would barely hear you here normally. Anyway, I'm glad that you got the antenna up nice and high. What else? Did you make any changes? Did you put 432 on the tower?
145. No, I didn't do anything.
I hear you, 145.
What the element on my stepper, and then I just cranked it up this evening when I was talking to Dennis earlier, and we compared down with up, and I picked up about 3 or 4 S units by cranking it up for some reason. So hard to understand because you'd think that your antenna is well into free space at 25 feet, but it seemed to get better at 75. So I don't know, but whatever works, I guess. And oh, by the way, Eric, N7 Victor Alpha Zulu is on travel. He won't be back until next Wednesday night, so no Eric tonight, over.
Okay, well, I won't waste any time calling him then. That's good. I did hear Redding call in right on the same time you are, and Redding's very strong. Let me just get him quickly. KD6SW, right where you should be. You're at 335, right where you should be, and so is Nevada, not there where they should be. Go ahead, Rich. KD6SW, K6MYC, over.
Okay, well, good evening there, Mike, KD6SW. Reading, number 145. Yeah, I was listening to you there on the stream. You were calling me, but you had the antenna pointed down toward Oakley, I think it was, and I didn't hear you on my radio here, so I just waited it out. Anyway, nice strong signal tonight. Keep up the good work, over.
Well, I just don't know where to point. See, you're right on the button. This is exactly where I'd point within a degree or so of normally trying to reach you. However, I had to work Jerry down at 215. I was clear down at 215 when Jerry was coming in, and the guys in Nevada said I was quite strong when I was pointed down at 315. And then I went down when I pointed up toward them. So it's weird. I don't think it's any of the antenna here. The antenna's sharp, and it gets signals from wherever they come from, but boy, I wish I had a wider beam width sometimes. I'd like to have 5 or 8 2M9s stacked up vertically. That could be done, but I'd have to have a 60-foot mast coming out the top of the tower. Anyway, good to hear you. We'll let you go, and we'll look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters. I guess the weather's holding, although you're probably getting some hot weather now. KD6SW for your final K6MYC.
Yeah, it's been kind of warm. I just turned the cooler off there a little bit ago. It's nice and comfortable outside at the present time. And it looks like the Farmer's Almanac says that you folks down in the south part of the state are going to get it hotter than we are. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm not going to argue about it. You can have all the hot weather you want. Okay, well, 7-3 to you. I just took the trash out, so Jerry checked in while I was gone. I missed him. KD6 stopping wet in Reading, number 145.
Yeah, booming up again. You went right down in the noise. I could just barely hear what you were saying. about Q3 copy, and now you came right back up to super strong again. So band is just all over the place tonight. Can't decide what it's going to do. Thank you very much, Rich, for being there as always. And sorry you missed Jerry. He was in there. KD6SW, K6MYC, clear and continuing with the Nevada stations. Okay. How about through all that period, Richard, what did you hear? KD6DQ, K6MYC.
Yep, I can hear you just fine there, Mike, talking to the other guy. I couldn't hear him at all, but I was hearing you just fine. So anyway, one other comment to let you know, I won't be on 6 meters tomorrow. I'm going to have the Astronomy Club meeting, so no 6 meters for me tomorrow. We'll catch you on Wednesday on 2 there, over.
Okay, very good. Rob, do you want to say hello to Richard?
You betcha. Boy, you're booming in here, Richard. KD6BQ, KM6SRR.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. KM6SRR, KD6BQ. And yeah, you're a little stronger than Mike right now, so doing pretty good pass between us, over.
Roger on that. Yep, just like you're in my driveway. Good to hear you there. Thank you, Mike.
Okay, I think it's when you raise the antenna, it gets better for the knife edge. You have some blockage, as I recall, way out in the distance. You do not have a clear shot to Sacramento. You have to go over the mountains, and you're changing the refraction angle when you raise and lower the tower. So you could be putting your new Fresnel zone right down. When you crank it up, it could be coming right down and be right where Dennis is there, over.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I missed part of that because Rob was covering you up there. So he was stronger than you are. And anyway, yeah, I'm sure there's a good explanation for it. I just haven't got it yet. But I have to look up the Fresnel zones on the antenna and see if there's something in there that helps me understand, over.
Well, it's not the antenna. It's a combination of the beam width, the height, and how far out the spot is that you're refracting over. So it's very complex, and it's unique to your location, over.
Okay, so you mean the spot where it's refracting over the mountains, or the place where the
I hear you, Larry.
With contacts the ground.
Yeah, what happens is your signal refracts and pushes some of it down. It reflects downward, like when you're looking at the sun setting. You can still get light even after the sun goes down. It's not as strong, but still quite light, and that's where your signal is. You're refracting down. At radio frequencies, it's more defined. At light frequencies, it just gets scattered, over.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, light frequencies, everything scatters, but the radio frequencies, the scattering things are kind of small, so the scattering is small. But yeah, I'll have to look into that, and it also has got me interested. I'm hoping, before winter comes this time, that I'm going to get my other little antenna up with the azimuth elevation rotator and compare the difference in signals when I tilt the antenna up and down a little bit, get a little elevation on it, since I'm shooting over to get to you over 10,000 foot, two 10,000-foot ridges between us, over.
Yeah, well, that's the Fresnel zone I'm talking about, over the refraction spot. You're refracting over those knife edges. You're knife edging over those hilltops or those mountaintops, over.
Yeah, it's just always amazing to me that it actually works. Because it always shocks me how good. Of course, you've got a good antenna system and running power, but still, from a strictly line of sight thing, there'd be no way we'd be talking.
That's right. Yeah. So a lot of it's a lot of factors involved in the propagation. Larry popped in while you were there, and I moved the antenna more back to where you should be. Let's see where I'm pointed right now. I'm 346. So I'm still 14 degrees short of due north, but you're really strong right now with no flutter or anything. And Larry popped in here and said I was back up to strong for him as well. So I'll let you go. Let me talk to Larry for a second, and then we'll get Daniel in here. And I'm going to close up shop here and get inside in this evening. I thought Judy was supposed to come out here with me, but she must have got in a conversation with Matt, who just got home, and she never made it out here. So I could have used her because this directional thing, sometimes I'm not even sure I'm pointing where I say I am. I've got one eye that sees the numbers, and I have to read them one at a time. It's really, it's not easy to read the direction I'm pointed at. And then you mix in the band conditions going in different directions. I know I was down there at 300. I saw it go down to 300. I could see the 0 come up after the 3. So I was down in the 300 to 310 bracket at one point, and still hearing you guys fine, and hearing Sacramento and everything else. So weird tonight. All right, good enough, Richard. Good to chat, and we'll look for you Wednesday. Sorry, we won't catch you Monday, Tuesday, but we'll look for you on Wednesday there. Enjoy your astronomy club meeting there. Larry, if you're still there, if it's up or down, take it. N7 Whiskey Tango, K6MYC.
711.
Yeah, Mike, I don't know if you can copy me now or not. So a little while ago, you were 5'9" in here, but thought of QSP here. K6MYC and 7WT.
Yeah, N7WT. Yeah, you're back down again, but you're Q5 with flutter. I could probably peek on you, Larry, but I won't bother with it. That's running late here tonight. But nice to have you in here. Sorry you didn't get on last night for the contest. We could have used you on 222 and 432 and 2 well, not 2 meters because it wasn't a 2 meter contest. Anyway, I did hear John, K6 Mexico, Italy. Welcome home, John, from the hilltop. I got you 711 there. Stand by a sec. So back to you, Larry. 73s, and then I'll stand by for Daniel, KE7UQL. Go ahead, Larry.
All right, so 73, Mike, 73. You're strong right at the moment, but you just sometimes you just drop right into the noise for me. 10-7 keep clear. 73.
Yeah, you were booming in. I was pointed at 300 degrees when you called on CW, and I answered right away, and I heard you come back, but I think you were watching the stream because your Rogers had about a 5-second delay on them. 7-3. Let's see, KE7UQL. Daniel, are you there?
Good evening, Larry. N7WT, KM6SR. I heard you real loud and clear. Thanks.
Okay, Rob, 7-3.
Yeah, I don't know where Daniel is tonight. KE7UQL. Sorry about that, Rob. I should have let you say hello to Larry. KE7UQL, K6MYC. Daniel? May have to point in the right direction to get Daniel tonight.
Yep, Daniel up here either. Are you around, Daniel? KE7UQL, KD6BQ.
Well, he may be pooped out from last night.
Yeah, I don't hear Daniel on, and I heard you last night on 432, but I couldn't seem to get your attention with my pipsqueak power.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, and was diverted because we had lots of stations on, and I was really trying to help other people get connected. So we had Daniel in there, but he was quite weak, and you probably would have been the same, so it wasn't real good last night on 432 at that hour. Over.
Oh yeah, and I've been a lot weaker than Daniel because I noticed you were having trouble hearing him, and with my little 8 watts and the antenna still sitting on the fence, I didn't figure I had much of a chance. I gave out some CW calls, but I don't think you got them.
No, I would have responded. I did not hear one peep of CW, but may not have been pointed at you at the time. Over.
Roger. Well, that's all right. I don't have much in the 222 and up contest. I only have 432 and 222 FM right now, so I got to work on that. That's another project.
Yeah, there's always another one, isn't there? Well, we'd love to get you on those bands. We need more DMO9s up there to give to other people when Daniel can't be there or when they don't hear Daniel. you have different propagation sometimes than Daniel does to different people. Anyway, 73 is Richard, 73 Larry, and one more call, KE7UQL, Daniel, K6MYC. No, he's just not there. He's sleeping on the floor is what he's doing. He's laying on the rug asleep, I'll bet you anything. 73 guys, K6MYC, clear. Rob, I guess we should just go south and get Eddie, huh? It did.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll head down the way.
Should be pretty close to Eddie. KE6BK, KE6BK, K6MYC. Eddie, are you around this evening? KE6BK, KE6BK, K6MYC, Bozo Net. Eddie? Give it a try, Rob.
KE6BK, Eddie on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net. KE6BK, KM6SR with K6MYC standing by. Gotcha, Eddie. Good. 858. We got you logged in there. Thanks for being there. I guess Mike's not. You're not hearing Mike, huh? Yeah, but good copy. Down a little lower than normal, but good copy. Thanks for being there, KM6SR.
All right, take care, you guys. KM6SR or K6MYC.
73, Eddie. We copy you, but you're scattered all over the place. Doesn't matter where I point. I cannot get a peek on you. You're quite weak, but copyable. 73, thank you, Eddie. Thank you. KE6BK, K6MYC, 73, and we should look for Rick, KB6RQU. We heard you in there, Rick, but we were not pointed right for you. KB6BQ, RQU, I should say. KB6RQU, K6MYC. Are you there, Bozo 61? He probably gave up. Anyway, Ken heard him, and we got him logged in, so there you go. I guess that's it, Rob.
Okay, Mike. Let's see. Let me take a count.
I'm pushing 40.
Yeah, I've got 43.
Yeah, bingo. I'm so very close to that, if not 43. I'll write 43 in for Judy. I think we got them all. All right, I'm out of here. Go in and see what happened to Judy here. Maybe she's gotten into a long discussion with Matt.
Yeah, it could be. Hey, did Dennis check in? I thought you were going to come back up that way, but I don't see him in my log.
Who?
Dennis, Bozo 86, WB6 ISO.
Well, yeah, he checked in, and I think Paul gave me the numbers that he was going to give me, so I just wrote down 336, 160, and 783, and 86. I heard Dennis in there, but he was brutally weak. Over.
Okay, yeah, I'll add him to my list, so that makes 44. Yeah, the guy, Larry N6BX, he is 782.
Okay, 782. Good. I knew it was one of those two. I think Dennis gives it to me wrong every now and then. I've got it screwed up in my head because of that.
All right, well, we got it. We'll say 73, K6MYC, KM6SR. And if Aaron's still in there, 73 is you too, Aaron. We'll see you on the Thursday night for the board meeting, KM6SR. We'll be clear.
Yeah, I got something for you, Mike.
Go ahead.
I'm going to be on vacation this week. I'm not going to be out of town, but I'm doing a couple of day trips. So the stream will be running, but I may or may not be in every night this week. I got a couple different things I'm doing this week. Like tomorrow I'm driving over to Gilroy with my 9-year-old. So I'll probably be listening to the net from the car on the way back to town. So the stream will be running, but I probably won't be checking in tomorrow and probably a couple other nights this week.
Yeah, Roger. Well, as long as the stream's going, I think we could. I don't think. I'm not sure where Frank is in his equipment right now. He's been sick. He called me where he left a message 2 days ago that he was at urgent care because he was bound up in the bowel department, and it was really hurting, stomach ache, and really feeling bad. So I didn't hear from him today. We sent a message back and said, hope you feel better. Let us know if the treatment worked. And that was the day after he'd been there, so I figured it should have taken effect by that time. But we got no response, so I don't know what's going on there. I haven't heard.
Okay. Yeah, so I shouldn't need any backup. It should be fine. I'll have enough devices and connectivity with me. And I think Thursday I'm going to go up into the mountains and go do Parks on the Air, but I got to be back into town for the board meeting. So I'll start the net on Thursday night from Marcus's house. So we should be good this week.
Okay, very good. Well, thanks for the heads up. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If you miss a stream, it's not the end of the world. It'll probably disappoint a few people, and they'll wonder where the stream is. But they'll tell me. Somebody will say, "Hey, where's the stream?" I haven't had anybody say that for a year. Thank you, Aaron, as always, and thank you, Rob, for the backup there. KM6SRR, K6USY, and anybody else. I didn't hear from Mark tonight, K6MTS. But maybe he was busy doing something else. K6MYC clear. Ken just disappeared. Probably ticked off at me because I wasn't passing the mic to him enough.
Yeah, probably. And hey, if anyone complains, just put out a tip jar. K6USY. We'll catch you later, Mike.
Yeah.
K6USY, KJ62YA.
Oh, that's right. You're not going to work tomorrow.
Well, I don't know. I could get a call, but it's probably not going to. It's going to probably be in, I don't know. If it's too late, I won't go. But, hey, I ordered the Raspberry Pi.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, let me know when it comes in, and we'll put it together for you. And